Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Sweat Like a Mother. I'm your host, Brooke Benton, and today we are breaking up our walking workout with brief periods of lower body muscular endurance. It's still body weight only, so you don't need a single piece of equipment besides that Able Body, which is the best piece of equipment you will ever own. We're going to start off at a 5-minute power walk pace at 4 miles an hour. We'll spend 5 minutes there, and then we'll stop and do some body weight only plié squats and plié squats with heel raises to get those calves involved too. We'll continue on another 5-minute power walk at 4 miles an hour. Then we'll stop and do some lunges, some alternating lunges, some single leg lunges, some stationary lunges, and then we're done. It's just a 20-minute total workout. You can bring your children along. Please feel free to put them in the stroller or load them up with plenty of snacks. Grab yourself a tall glass of water, lace up your walking sneakers, and let's get going. Let's begin warming up by matching our steps to the beat of the music. Right, left, right, left. If you're matching that cadence, you're walking at 128 steps per minute, which is approximately 4 miles an hour, or a 15-minute mile cadence. This is kind of fast. This is faster than most people at the airport. I get so frustrated when I'm at the airport because I get stuck behind people la-ti-dying around. I know you're carrying a suitcase with you, but can you move it? Can you book it a little bit? And they have all of those little fast-moving trams. I'm like, all you're doing all day is sitting on an airplane seat. I don't think you need that tram pushing you faster. Just walk faster. People can be so lazy. Did you remember from our last podcast my recommendation of reading the book, The Comfort Crisis? In that book, Michael says that 2% of people will take the stairs when there is an option of taking an escalator. 2%? Oh my gosh, be a 2%er. I'm a 2%er. I hope you're a 2%er too. Let's talk about our workout today. I'm calling it a Barbie-inspired workout, and here's why. We are adding calf raises in with our squats. You know Barbie rocked some massive calf raises for those massive heels. Barbie always was in her stilettos, and I learned in motor learning as an undergraduate student that a 100-pound woman wearing 4-inch stiletto heels exerts more force per square inch than an elephant. There you go. That may be the only nugget of info you get from today's podcast, but that's something. I've remembered it ever since. Learned that back in 2001. Have kept that in the memory banks ever since. Waiting for a chance to get to use it like today's podcast. Just steady on your walk right now. You noticed in our last podcast, I went a little bit off the rails. I got real personal and did not intend to. Here's what happened. Last week, I took my son on a surprise trip to New York City. I came back and had hours to get a podcast done before making it posted for Friday. Because you know I'm going to be honest and put my podcast up on Fridays as you're expecting it. Can't miss a Friday. In weeks prior, I would record things and then delete and re-record, and then delete and re-record. Episode number 4 took all week long because I wanted to get it so right for you. Episode 4 was an important one. There were stakes on the line to get episode 4 right. With episode 5, I didn't have the luxury of time. So I'm like, whatever comes out of my mouth is going on the podcast. It was real, it was raw, and you liked it. So I'm going to try to do the same today and just keep the meter running and talk to you as we walk and as we squat and as we lunge without breaking it up to try to edit what I have to tell you. We are better unedited, right, Mama? Right. We only have about another minute walking together before we transition to squats. We do squats first. So that's how it's going to work. We walk and then we squat. We walk and then we lunge. Right, left is your cadence right now. Your arms are brushing right by your side like they're on railroad tracks. Unless you have that stroller, then you feel a little bit wonky with your walk because biomechanically you're a little bit off. But your glutes and your hammies are working a little bit harder by pushing those kids in the stroller. So good for you, Mama. What I want you to remember when we get to our plié squats, which is coming up in 30 seconds, we're going to turn our knees and our toes out to 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Your knees are going to track the exact same direction as your toes, and your torso stays upright. Shoulders down and back, head high, with those knees and toes turned to 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Knees always tracking the same direction as the toes. If you have tight hips like most mothers who have vaginal childbirth do, you're gonna like a plié squat more than a standard squat because it opens the hips. All right, let's get in that squat position. Drop your pelvis down, then raise it up. Down and up, down and up. Nice job. Down, squeeze the tush. Apples, not applesauce, at the top of your plié squat. If you like a visual to follow along, I've got this entire podcast recorded on YouTube. Look up at Brooke Benton on YouTube, and you'll see me demonstrating each of these moves. Our walk right into these plié squats. Let's add a change. Down, 3 up, 1. Lower, 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 and lift. Do it again. Down, down, down. Squeeze your glutes to the top. Lower, 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 and rise again. This is 4. We got 4 to go. Be sure you have a really wide stance between your two heels so that at the bottom of your plié, your knee is right over your ankle. Good. 2 more. Then we got a little rhythm change for you. We're gonna add more time under tension for more tone in that tush. All the way down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Do that again. So we go all the way down, barely come up, all the way down, all the way up. Down, little range, down, full range. Do it again. Great, we got 4 more reps. Go all the way down, come halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Good, repeat. We got 2 more. Down, halfway up in your plié, down all the way to the top. 1 more, down, halfway up, down all the way up, down, halfway up 3 times. 3, 2 more little ones, 1 more little one, down and all the way to the tippy top. Do it again. Down, come halfway up, down, come halfway up, down, come halfway up, down, come all the way up. 2 more times. Down, little halfway, down, little halfway, 1 more halfway up, down into the tippity top. Let's go, 1 more. Down, halfway up, down, halfway up, down, halfway up. Now down all the way up. Listen, down halfway up for 7. Halfway, down, halfway up. Again, down, halfway up, down, halfway up. That's 4. Down, halfway up. That's 5. Down, halfway up. That's 6. Down, halfway up, down and all the way up. That was so good. Let's do it 1 more time. Down, halfway, rise, down, halfway, rise, down, halfway, rise. I know you're feeling it. We're low and low. 3, low, halfway, 2, down, all the way up. Now full range. Down to the tippity top, all the way down and all the way up. We're only doing 7 of these before adding the heel raises I told you about. For the love of Barbie, for the love of your calves, we're gonna come all the way down and add a heel raise. Let's do that now. Down, raise your heels, drop your heels, now rise your butt to the top. Down, heel raise, drop your heels, rise to the top. Drop your butt down, raise your heels, drop your heels down, raise your butt. Down, raise the heels, down, raise the butt. Down, lift your heels, drop your heels, raise your butt. Down, lift the heels, drop the heels, rise up. 2 more. Raise the heels, drop the heels, rise up. 1 more. Good, we're halfway done with these. Squat it. Down and up. Full range of motion. 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. 4 more. Just basic plié squats. We're doing everything all over again that you've already done. Down slow, up quick. Down, 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 and up. Repeat it. Lower, 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 and up. Beautiful. Down, super slow. Rise it up. Again. Down, 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 and up. We got 4 more just like that. Lower, down, slow. This is taking more time on the eccentric phase where we're lengthening the muscles and then quickly pop it to the top. 1 more. Down, 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 and halfway up. Down and all the way up. We add that little pulse at the bottom. Down, maybe raise 2 inches. Down all the way up with your butt. Down, halfway up. Down all the way up. Again, down, halfway. Down all the way. 4 more. Down, halfway up. Down all the way up. 3 more. Down, little one. Down, Big Mac Daddy. 2 more. We got 1 more just like this. Good. Down and 3 pulses at the bottom. Come halfway up. Halfway up again, down into the tippity top. Beautiful. Repeat it. Down, halfway up. I know you're feeling that booty. I'm feeling it too. I'm doing this with you as I record. Down and all the way up. 2 more like that. 3 pulses at the bottom. Only raising that pelvis about 2 inches from the bottom. Down and all the way up. Repeat once more. We got 3. You know what's better than 3? 7. Down and halfway up. 7. 6. 5. 4. So good. 2. 1 more, just halfway up. Down and all the way up. 1 more time. 7 little ones at the bottom. 6. 5. Feeling those Barbie legs. Down and halfway up. 1 more, down halfway up. Down and all the way up. Full range of motion. 8. 7. If you'd like, you can take your arms out in front of your shoulders as you plie down, or you can rest them on your stroller handle if you got the kids along. 2 more like this, ready to add calves. Plie down, raise your heels, drop your heels, rise up. Do it again. Plie down, rise the heels, drop the heels, rise up. Down, raise your heels up, drop your heels, rise again. We're gonna do this again. Down, raise your heels, drop your heels, rise up. 3 more. Raise the heels, drop the heels, rise your booty up. Plie down, raise the heels, drop the heels, rise your butt up. 1 more. Down, heels up, heels down, rise up. Full range. 8. 7. Last 6 plies. Then we get back to walking. Big wide stance, spreading those knees wide open. Each and every plie. 2 more. Squeeze the apples at the top. And walk it here. Right, left, right, left. You're back on your power walk. Nice job. Now you're back on your power walk, feeling like a match was lit to your britches. Right, left. Steady as you go. This walk is for your heart and lungs. We're getting some muscular endurance for your lower body muscles, but mostly on a power walk, we're working cardio, we're working heart and lungs. It's when we stop and do those lower body muscular endurance bits that we're really working on toning the legs. You're done with plies for the day. Dunzo. Barbie has left the building, but we will move on to lunges next. So lunges will be our final 5 minutes. Right now, just steady on your walk. Let's talk about Barbie. Have you seen the Barbie movie? I took my daughter to go see it because I loved growing up with Barbies. I would spend hours tucked away in my room. I was the only girl with brothers, and so I would entertain myself with Barbies. We had a blast. My daughter is just not interested. She loves playing with her stuffed animals. She loves doing crafts, but Barbie never did stick. And I can't say that I'm too disappointed. I think the first time I really became aware of a woman's developing breasts is by playing with Barbies, and she had those huge knockers and a tiny little waist and a thigh gap. It's not normal. It is not normal. It's bizarre. But they did make, I will say this for Mattel, they did make Barbies that didn't look like the stereotypical Barbie. But I didn't want those. I wanted the one that was so wonky with the big chest, the tiny waist, and the thigh gap. Anyway, I am glad that my daughter is fine with making crafts and playing with stuffed animals. We did enjoy the Barbie movie. It started off so light, but then it got real. Greta Gerwig went there with Gloria's character in this quote that, I'm sorry if you haven't seen the movie, you'll still want to see the movie even after hearing this direct quote, but it's such a good one, nailing what it's like to be a woman. You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the dang time. You have to be a career woman, but always be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much, or that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be part of the sisterhood. But always stand out and be grateful. But never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also be grateful. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It's too hard. It's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. End quote. Hard stop. That was the direction the Barbie movie took after the light dance party in the beginning. So I tell you this so you know, it's not all rainbows and glitter, but it is fun. It is worth the price of admission. I haven't gone to the movie theater in over 4 years. Sitting still in dark places triggers anxiety for me. I feel locked, I feel trapped, and so I just usually choose not to do it. But my daughter and I dressed in all pink, we put on blonde wigs, we had a good time. I hope you'll have a good time at the Barbie movie, but I know you're gonna have a good time with these lunges. Stop walking, but we'll keep talking through your lunge series. Set it up by pulling your shoulders back. Your abdominals are engaged. Slightly clench through your glutes. Create a straight line from the lobe of the ear to the side of the shoulder, side of the hip, side of the knee, middle of the ankle. Right lunge and in. Right leg back and step it in. 6, in, 5. You want to take a big enough step back that your left knee is not towering beyond your ankles. If you have long femurs, it's going to take a big step. Switch legs. 8, and in. Taking your left foot back, then stepping it in to meet the right. 4 more. Remember in episode 1 where I talked about the shape of a woman's pelvis and how it makes some of us turn our knees in? You better work on that. Knees forward. Alternate lunges. Right and left. Alternate them back. Right leg back and now left leg back. Good. Take a big, huge step back. Right now, left. Excellent. Right back and now left back. Perfect. We've got 4 more. Right and left. Right and left. 3 more alternating lunges. 3, back, right then left, right lunges back, now left lunges back, 1 more each leg, hold your right foot back, down, down, up, up, lower, lower, lift, lift. This is called a stationary lunge. Sometimes you'll hear it misnamed a Bulgarian split squat. This is not a split squat because your weight is even on both legs. If your weight was mostly on the front foot, it would be a split squat. But I want you even with your weight on both feet, so it's a stationary lunge. Down, down, up, up again, down. Let's change the rhythm. Up, down, slow, up, quick. Down, 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 and up again. Lower, 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 and rise. Working that eccentric phase as we lower down, and then we fry to the top. Simmer, 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 and fry. Imagine you're going down slowly, and then I put a push pin to your butt cheek, and that fries you up to the top. 2 more. Down, 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 and up again. Lower, lower, lower. Now super slow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the top. Do it again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the top. We got 2 more like this. Be sure you've got enough distance between your 2 feet that your front knee isn't towering beyond the toes. Up to the top. 1 more. Super slow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch legs. 2 by 2. Go down, down, up, up. Now your left leg is back. You're lowering your left knee down to or almost to the pavement. Up, up, lower, lower, lift, lift. 4 more. Down, down, up, up. Let's take it downtown and rise up high. Check out that knee. Even if you're not using a mirror, use your eyes to look down and make sure that right knee is forward. Down slow, up quick. Lower, 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 and lift. Do it again. Take your time coming down. Rise up. Really feeling this mostly in your front glute. Down, 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 and up. 4 more. Simmer, 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 and fry. 3. Nicely done. 2 more like this. Up, lower, lower, lower. 7 counts down. Lower, lower, lower. Take your time. Quickly up to the top. Do it again. 7, 6, 5. You can see all of this in video format on my YouTube channel. to the top once more. Down, down. That YouTube channel is at Brooke Benton. Rise up. I lied. One more time here. Lower, simmer slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rise up. Alternate lunge back. Lunge and lunge. Go deep and low. I know your legs are tired, but we don't stop when we're tired. We stop when we're done. And we're not done. Alternate them back. Right, now left. Beautiful. Continue. Deep and low where your knee almost touches the pavement. Maybe it does give a little tap down to the pavement. I tell you this with encouraging you to go as deep a range as is available to you. Don't hurt yourself. If you have wonky knees, maybe a deep low lunge is a little much for you today. But if it's available for you, you're going to get more out of your legs and glutes, more benefit from this workout by going deeper range of motion. 2 more, and walk it out, please. Just walk it out. 128 steps per minute. All together today, we walked for about 10 minutes at 128 steps per minute. So approximately 1,280 steps in our workout today, which is less than we have in any previous Sweat Like a Mother episode. But it's okay because we added all of that beautiful, wonderful muscular endurance for the glutes, for those legs, for the calves like Barbie. Good job. And I will make it up to you on our steps next episode. In episode number 7 of Sweat Like a Mother, we will walk continuously for 20 minutes at 140 steps per minute. That is going to be further and faster than we have walked in any previous episode. You may look forward to that in the week ahead. For now, I'm going to let you go. Do this workout again. Don't make it a one and done. You can have a visual follow along if you go to my YouTube channel at Brooke Benton. And I look forward to sweating like a mother with you again next Friday.